Hi, Mandy J here with another Funko Pop review. Today we have Pink Diamond, Stevonnie from Steven Universe, both Hot Topic exclusives. That's why I figured I would do them both in the same video. And I have to say I am excited to have these. They were doing a buy two get one free at one of their outlets, so I decided to pick up both of these plus another pop, and I really do love how this line is turning out. And I was for a second there afraid I wasn't gonna find Pink Diamond because I had waited way too long to pick her up, and I have to say I was lucky. They were able to just find 3 in the back room. She was in the very top, so I'm really happy that I was able to find Pink Diamond. And of course they had tons of Stevonnie, so I had my pick of the batch. So anyway, let's get to it. I have to say I love how Stevonnie has this wonderful blue background. Pink Diamond is just all pink. There's pink background, pink character, everything. And I really like that the number here is up, like these up here are like pink. They actually look like gemstones. They look like Steven and Pink Diamond's like gemstone, because I mean, I'm sure everybody who's watching this happens to know who Pink Diamond is, but I'm not gonna let any spoilers happen. I know that the episode aired a while ago, but for people who have for some reason haven't caught up or anything, I'm not gonna say too much about who Pink Diamond is or how it relates or anything. I'm just gonna focus on design, how I love them, and everything else. But I do love the contrast of the blue and the pink. I do like how you see these highlights of pink kind of, it's more detailed, where you have different colors. Let me see if I can't get my light just a tad bit better there. It's kind of blurry, but you still get some kind of dimension in the border. And then on the side, I love this kind of glare with all of the triangles, well, diamonds and things like that. It really looks nice, and the fact that they used a different shade of pink for this looks really well. It's the lighter kind of pinks with this really kind of dark raspberry looking color, and I really love it because it helps her stand out and she doesn't get lost in the background. And then on the back, you have the regular assortment of Rose Quartz, Lion, Lapis, Peridot, and Connie. I am currently right now trying to acquire more of these Steven Universe pops. I find that on eBay and Amazon, you can buy Rose Quartz, Lion, all very cheaply. So I think those will be on my to get wish list kind of thing. And then on the side you have, of course, just the standard Pink Diamond, character at the bottom, character at the top. So anyway, that's kind of a closer look at Pink Diamond. Here we have Stevonnie, and we have just a plain blue with just a little bit of variance in the border, but not by much. And to tell you the truth, even though I love the pink, I think the blue helps everything pop just a little better, because the gem up here that's circled behind the 408 happens to pop just a little bit more and is a little bit more eye-catching, because the diamond on this one for 370 is just, it's almost the same color as the border, so it kind of blends in a little bit, and I feel like it just kind of helps. It's more eye-catching, I think, overall in the end. And then on the side you have the blue, but you have the touch of pink and yellow, so you have multiple colors kind of going on, but it's not overly busy, it's not overwhelming, and you still have that focus of blue, which I really like. And then on the back you have the end credit scene behind them, and then you have the rest of the assortment. So unlike the behind Pink Diamond, we also have Steven, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. I've seen pictures of Steven as a pop and it looks a little weird, but I think he'll be the last one I get. I'm trying right now to just get all the gems. And then of course you have Stevonnie, character, and I like how you can kind of actually see her sword over here. And yeah, so that is them in package. I do have to say, overall, I think the stronger package goes to Stevonnie, just because it's a little bit more, there's more going on to it. It's not a flat tone, even though the mono chromatic kind of just all pink over here is really nice with the pop of yellow. So overall, I just feel like the blue complements just a tad bit better, but I love them both pretty equal, not equally, but it's a close comparison. I just think that the blue would have, or maybe a different color, maybe a shade of purple or something, or maybe even like, no, not doing yellow. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to have seen a different shade of border and everything around her, because I think it would have brought it out a little bit more with that box. So yeah, probably purple. I mean, I would have liked to seen blue, but I don't know if that's like too harsh of a contrast. Though, I mean, blue diamond and pink diamond, kind of like, you know, so. Okay, anyway, let's go on to unboxing them. Let's see what they're like outside a package. Here they are outside a package, and first thing first, I have to say, Pink Diamond will not stand on her own. That's just not gonna happen. Her head is way too big, her feet are really tiny, and then also how her foot here is posed. It's not fully flat, it's just slightly up, so there is no stability for her, no matter how hard I tried. I spent like a solid 10 minutes trying to fuss and fight and see if I couldn't, okay, maybe not a solid 10, but it was quite a while to try to get this pop to like stand on its own, because I do love when pops don't necessarily need the base, but I feel like this one is going to be one that's going to need a base, and I feel like she might be best in box if you are going to display her. I'm afraid over time, because how big her head is, I feel like she's going to have the same problem as our T-Rexes, as our Velociraptors. The head and the weight of the top part of the pop is going to sooner or later affect the ankles and cause her to tilt one way or the other. And just by how she's standing, I definitely feel like she's going to be tilting that way, towards Stevonnie, because that's where all the weight is. So I definitely suggest, if you're going to display her outside a box, only for short periods of time. If for some reason you forget about her and she does bend, you can always go back in with some warm water, straighten her out, fix that. The other hand, Stevonnie, she does not need a base. She does come with one, but I feel like she is pretty steady as it is. She's not one of those ones that could just barely stand, but you can't like touch the desk or anything. I was surprised about that, because I seriously thought she was gonna be a pop that I was gonna have to like sit there and kind of be careful with, because she does have a lot of hair and she does seem quite a bit top heavy, but because of her wide stance, it changes the like center of all the weight, like her balance. So it is definitely more centered. And I do have to say, overall, outside of package, I really love these pops. These pops are awesome. I do love how Pink Diamond is. She has quite a wonderful look to her, and I like her hair. It almost looks like a cloud. It looks kind of like cotton candy. It's very kind of fun, very like just out there, and I feel like that's very appropriate for Pink Diamond, just because I feel like Pink is very much like, from what we've seen, she's very childish, very kind of I guess like fun going and wants to go do things, and like she's just very much that kind of sweetheart. And I think that's why, like, I think Pink, the color pink, portrays her very well. And I do have to say, I love the little like Tinkerbell shoes. That's how I'm gonna call them, because the little pom-poms. And then she almost has like, I can't help but think circus when I look at her outfit, just because it's very much kind of what I think like an acrobat or someone from the circus would wear. Not necessarily a clown, but just someone who like works with horses or something. And I do have to say, the paint job isn't half bad. There are a little bit of things that look a little bumpy or whatnot. Little touch-ups like in between where like her leggings meet the shorts. There's just a little bit of white that goes into that, so I feel like this white here is probably the base color for like the plastic, and they painted everything else on. And then you have the darker pink that's, well, you don't see it kind of bleed in anywhere. There's just little details, like back here, this darker pink of her torso doesn't quite go into the tutu. It's a little hard to see. It's just little things, but the tutu seems very well done. There's no like mispaint, and the paint's a little chunky on her arms, but it could be that they're using a thicker paint, or they didn't quite like, they used a little bit too much paint. So don't really know how to fix that up. I know sanding isn't gonna help. And I do like the diamond. The upside down diamond looks really pretty. kind of wish the sparkled or something, had a little bit to it just to kind of help it pop out, because the skin tone and the diamond are almost too close color-wise for me. So I feel like it tends to blend in a little bit too much and get a little hidden. And I do like how, just in general, this all turned out. I think she looks wonderful. I like the pose. The pose is really cute. It's very dainty. So I have to say, there's not too much I can complain about the pink diamond pop. Just overall finishing touches and things like that could have been a little bit cleaner, but it is a great original sculpt. It definitely has a great feel to it, and it doesn't look like the hair is one of those ones they just attached onto the pop head. It looks like that's an original sculpt just overall, because I know sometimes they will take like hair in certain spots and like glue it onto the pop. So definitely I think they did a good job making that choice and making sure that this all had very full, very well-rounded look to it. And overall, the paint's not horrible either. I've seen some worse paint jobs. So overall, pretty pleased with that one. And then we have Stevonnie. I noticed a lot with Stevonnie, just when I was trying to pick out a good Stevonnie, is a lot of the swords seem to, like, they weren't fully painted, or they had issues with paint jobs that were very visible. So I tried to pick the one with the best paint. This is the one I figured was the best, though. I mean, of course I can go into the tip here and kind of just touch it up a little bit. The cast of this could have been done a little better, because you do have that kind of like annoying line that's like where the plastic kind of is poured in or whatnot. I would like to see that a little bit more cleaner, to make it look like one full piece, and it's not like they had to sit there and glue it on or anything, because you also see that on her hand on the inside. So it's not that like glue in, it's just where like the plastic kind of met the mold or whatnot in a weird way. And then I do like her arms. Like, I feel like she doesn't look at all like a pop. Like, I mean, the only thing that really looks like a pop on Stevonnie is her head, just like the traditional like pop shape, where it's the rounded out face. But the fact that her arms are very long, she has this kind of really long body, her hair is just really fun. I think this one overall, I feel like best captured the character. Like, I could easily believe this was something I would have seen as like merch that was away from Funko. That could have been something that they could have been selling, just because it looks so close, like so believably close to like the character you see in Steven Universe. And I do love the hair. The hair looks great. I like the like, I don't know, I like the like cloudy, bubbly feel to the hair on these guys, just because it looks really well done. And there's some paint issues, like along where the hair meets the face and everything on the side. And the issue, she has like no head movement. Like, it's just, her sword either hits her hair here, or like her shield goes so far. So, I mean, there's limited posing to this one just because of how much is going on. But I do like that you can fully see like everything on the shield. It's not like you're missing any detail because like you can't see it. And there's pockets and stuff. And it looks like they went over the whole thing pretty well, making sure the details are there if you're looking for them. The shoulders, like the arms, I kind of feel like they could have done a better job joining them together, because you can definitely see like where the arms were glued on. But overall, like, it's a really solid pop. I really like it. I like the stylization of this pop. It looks very well rounded, and I definitely say if you're a Steven Universe fan, I would definitely pick these up, because I think they did really well, and it would just make a great like thing to add to your collection. Because also I feel like even if you don't collect pops, there are some pops that you can definitely merge into your current collection that would work very well. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them, and have a wonderful day.